is showing us how to make a statement furniture piece you're really going to be yarning for.
Oh, you're
it's
good.
It's a DIY spool side table.
Like how you threaded all that together.
You're good.
I'm really happy with this one. It's really fun. It's whimsical. Samantha, I hope you're watching because this is going to be perfect to go outside that craft armoire you did. So keep watching.
Yes.
And it's very, very easy. I'm going to sort of talk through this in sort of two ways you can make it. For someone who wants something sturdier and wants to carpentry it, and someone who just wants something aesthetic. Either way, super easy.
Okay, I love it. When I saw it for the first time, because I couldn't picture it, and I saw it and I went, oh my gosh, that is so
adorable?
cute. Okay, so how do we start with, I guess you have to make the base, the
You have to
spool.
make your spool. So right there to your right, that is a concrete form tool. It's called a sonotube. You can get them at any hardware store. It costs you about $8 or so. Don't let it intimidate you. It's just made out of cardboard. It's like a big cardboard toilet paper tube. You can cut it with an X-Acto knife or a little hand saw. So get it home, cut it to be the height of your table.
Okay.
I chose about 20 inches, and then go ahead and paint it sort of an almond buff color, as close as you can get to a wood round.
Okay.
These wood rounds are 18 inches, again, from their hardware store. They don't cost that much. They're pre-finished. You have to do nothing to it.
Okay, so far everything's
So far,
really
very easy.
Yes. Okay, so now
I'm going to take a pencil, and all I'm going to do is around the inside, just draw a quick circle, and that's going to give us our guide. So now here's where you can choose to get sort of buildy or not. If you want this to be super sturdy and use it as a chair or put heavy things on it, what you're going to want to do is make some internal legs. All this is a 2x2 piece of wood. I cut it to that same 18-inch height of the tube, and I've attached an L bracket here on the side.
Okay.
So then what I'm going to do, I've already attached the other two.
No, I'm sorry. Did you say you cut this to the same height as the spool or a little less?
Same height. So if you look here, boom.
Oh, I see.
Same height, exactly. Now, if you just wanted this for sort of aesthetics, as sort of a look, don't bother with these internal legs, and all you're going to do is just do glue around that same line and glue the top to the bottom.
Okay.
But this way, you're going to have one that's going to be super easy and super strong. So all I'm going to do is attach those right on. Do that 4 times, and you've got your internal structure. All we're going to do,
that's great.
Drop our tube right here, so you aren't going to see this. So if you miss, you screw up, you're not going to see any of this. So it's very forgiving.
And then we have to secure the top somehow.
Right. Well, first what we're going to do, just to hold it in place, is I'm just going to take a little screw right here and do that. You're going to do that sort of all the way around. I'll do one more here just so you get the concept. And again, you're not going to see any of this because it's going to be covered with our thread.
Love this. It looks so put together, so finished, so expensive.
And it's so easy, right?
It's basically a big toilet paper roll.
All you're going to do, put this on top, and then you can see where your screw is here. All you're going to do is in through the top and down into that sort of 2x2 that you did. So now you do that all the way around. You're basically done with your spool.
Okay.
Oh, what's a spool without thread?
Without thread. And you have a pretty cool trick to get all of it on, right?
It's so funny. I tried making this at first. I was doing my first prototype, and I was like going around and around, and I was like, it'd been hours. I was like, no, I'm like, this is not going to work. But then I discovered a good old Lazy Susan.
I like it.
All I'm going to do is take my yarn end here. I'm going to take a little piece of tape to get us started.
I feel like everybody who bakes or crafts should have a Lazy Susan. It seems to come in handy, or flowers. Sure,
we had one. I stole it. Don't tell anyone. I stole it from the kitchen. You want to hold the thread?
Okay. Oh, this is
And then all
fun.
you do, put on a Hallmark movie, and you just spin, 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 spin.
I love this.
And to finish it, to cover the whole thing, I used a skein, but it wasn't that thick. If you really want it thick, I would use 2 skeins of yarn.
Okay.
And just go all the way up and down until you're finished. And you can see the finished one over there. This is a great project for all those extra spools of yarn you have. You bought 8, but you only needed 6. Make a yarn table out of it.
But there's one last thing that you can't forget.
What are you going to do with a spool of yarn if you don't have a needle?
Without a needle.
So here's how we're going to make our needle. Start with 2 sized dowels.
Okay.
Right, one small, one large, and cut them about, one's 2/3 the other. You're going to drill a hole in the side of one, like that. That's going to fit. A little drop of hot glue in there.
Oh my gosh.
Boom. Simple as that. Now, tape a piece of sandpaper down to your table, and all you're going to want to do is go back and forth on the tip, and that's going to give you your sort of needle end. Flip it over, go back and forth in this angle on the side, and that's going to smooth out that transition. And then do the same thing on this end all the way around.
This is so cute.
And you're basically going to end up with that. Now, to make it look like it is, what you want to do, paint it silver, just use spray paint, and then just get a little paint pen or even a Sharpie and draw a big sort of
hook or whatever.
eye
Yes.
there. And so you're going to get that. Now, to really make the effect, drill a tiny little hole right there, and come.
This couldn't be cuter.
It is time for us to thread the needle.
I feel like this is almost like a wand. Thank you.
So then all we're going to do is I've got it right here. I'm just going to put it right through our hole there to sort of create the look. And we're going to just, I always do this when I'm in the middle of sewing projects. I like to thread it right there, so I always know where to find my needle.
I love this.
Madam Larissa,
Seriously.
your table.
Thank you. It could not be cuter.
Lovely.
Good job, Ken.
Why, thank you.
Good job. Well, for full instructions, head to hallmarkchannel.com.